1 and 15. Okay, then I'm just going to go through. Is 2 a factor?
No.
What about 3? 3 and 5. Is 4 a factor? No, right? So then I know I can stop because I'm back at 5. Okay, then we're going to check our signs. Okay, this plus in the back. What does that tell me about the signs? The same signs, and they're both going to be what? Positive. Okay, that plus in the back says same sign, keep the sign of B. So these are all positive. Okay, so which set of factors is going to add to give me 8? 3 and 5. Okay, squeak. All right, then we're just going to drop those numbers in. Okay, 3 and 5. Okay, make sure you're putting your sign with them so that when you simplify, you don't mix it up, okay? So don't just write 3 and 5. These are both positive, but I still need to write positive 3 and positive 5, okay? So positive 3 and 3x, positive 5 and 3x. And then I'm going to check to see if they simplify. So I'm going to get my calculator, and I'm going to use my fraction button, and I'm going to do 3 over 3 and hit enter. And we get 1, right? We can look at this one pretty easily and see that 3 is a common factor. If we take 3 out, we left with 1 and x. Okay? But if you can't do it by finding greatest common factor, then use your fraction button to simplify. 3 over 3, hit enter. It's going to give you 1. And you know you've got 1 over 1x. Okay? What about 5 over 3? Does that simplify? Okay? So if we look for a greatest common factor, is there a greatest common factor between 3 and 5? No. Again, if we're not sure, we put it in our calculator, 5 over 3. Hit enter and see if it simplifies. It does not, and it's going to stay positive 5 and 3x. So then we have our two factors. Okay? X plus 1 times 3x plus 5. And that is equal to 0. Okay? Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to set each of them equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0. And then 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay? So let's do x plus 1 first because that one is simpler, right? All right, x plus 1 is equal to 0. CJ, what am I going to do first on this one? Good. Subtract the 1 from both sides so that I can cross that off, copy my x, and calculate 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Okay, then let's move to 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay? All right, 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. Noel, what am I going to do first? Good. Subtract 5 from both sides. So I can cross that off. I can copy my 3x and I can calculate 0 minus 5, negative 5. Okay, now I got 3x is equal to negative 5. Briar, what am I going to do now? You know, 3x is equal to negative 5. Okay, if it's beside it, what do? Divide it. 3 times x, the inverse operation, the opposite, is to divide. Okay, so then I can cross that off. I can copy, and I can calculate negative 5 over 3. Right, is that going to simplify? Bless you. Okay, put it in your calculator, negative 5 over 3, and let's see what you get.
Negative 1.6.
Right, so it's going to be a longer decimal. So when that happens, I definitely would just leave it as a fraction. Okay, if it's not a terminating or repeating, then I would just leave it as a fraction. Okay, so I would leave this one as negative 5 over 3. Okay, now when you check it in Desmos, again, you are going to need to change it to the decimal version. Okay, so when we check this in Desmos, we need the decimal to make sure it's correct. Okay, So we would have to have that 1.66666 something. Okay? We would have to have that negative, okay, and the -1. All right, but we can still see that in Desmos. So if I put that in Desmos, and I put 3x squared plus 8x plus 5, okay, and I look at my two solutions, my roots, my zeros, my x-intercepts, okay, I'm going to see that -1.66667 and the -1. Okay, does everybody know how on your calculator how to change it between fractions and decimals?
Yes.
Okay, use the little toggle button, the two little arrows. We practiced that earlier, but just to make sure everybody knows how to do that. Okay, so you can toggle it back and forth between the fraction version and the decimal version. Okay. All right, so y'all practice and see if you can do this next one. All right, so y'all try 2x squared minus x minus 15. Okay, y'all try this one on your own and see what you can come up with. Okay, so you're going to have to practice drawing your x, look for greatest common factor, okay, and then fill it in. I'll draw the x up here real quick with the labels. Okay, here's my b, a times c, ax, all right, so y'all try this one, and please make sure you're practicing on these, right, because we haven't done a lot of these. So you got to practice so you know how to do them, because you are going to have some with a leading coefficient. You need another one? I can give you another one.
Okay.
Stop drinking your coffee.
Okay, guys.
Don't need a paper towel? All right. Is it wet? All right, y'all practice. All right, fill in your boxes. All right, try this one, baby. Okay. You got it? Did you have your hand raised?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, y'all try this one. All right, y'all. Work. Okay, try this one. Okay, here, I'll take that for you, baby. So you can practice that one. All right, try this one, okay? Try filling in making your X, okay? All right, try this one. Gonna fill in your X's, okay? Right here for B. Yep, so you just put in 1. And it's negative though, right? This would be -1.
The B, they write in X.
Remember, your B is your coefficient of your X, right? What's the coefficient of that X up there? What? What is it? Try one more time. -1, right? So just make sure you don't miss that, okay? The coefficient, that hidden 1, right? That's a hidden -1. Okay, so if you need to write the -1 in there just to make sure you don't forget, then that's fine. Write it in there, okay? But make sure you don't lose the sign. Okay, your A is 2, your B is -1, and your C is -15. So don't lose your signs. Okay? Good. Did you get it? Almost. Get it? All right, so draw your little X and fill in, okay? So start by making your list. Your A is equal to 2, your B is equal to -1, and your C is equal to -15. Okay, then make your X, okay? Fill in your blocks, okay? I'll practice, okay? Look, do it over here. So you got room, because There wasn't room. And I copied it the first time. Did you get it? Do what?
No, I'm trying to figure out which one I need.
Okay, so you're trying to figure which one does to, so this is -1, right? Not negative x. So change that to -1. Okay, and then your signs, right? This tells you same sign or different signs. And the bigger one's going to be positive or negative. Well, the bigger one is going to keep the sign of B, right? So then make these all negative. Okay, and then all the others are positive, right? All right, good. So which of these is going to add together to give you -1? All right, so -30 plus 1 would be -29, right? Yeah, 6 and 5. -6 plus 5 is going to give you -1. So put +6 and -5. Oh, yeah, +5 and -6, yeah. There you go. And now you just use your calculator and see what simplifies. So do 5 over 2 and see if that simplifies, and then do -6 over 2 and see if that simplifies.